Welcome to Galileo Key. It's Gary, and today I'm going to share something that might shake up the way you think about your life, and more importantly, about yourself. Let's be real for a second. Growing up, we were all led to believe that the world cares about us, right? Our parents, our teachers, our friends, they all seemed invested in how we turned out. But then, at some point, reality hits. The world is indifferent, and most people aren't keeping track of what we do, how well we're doing, or whether we're succeeding or failing. Sometimes it even feels like they want us to fail, doesn't it? You might find yourself wondering, does anyone actually care? And your mind, trained by years of conditioning, will likely trick you into believing that people still do. But here's the thing, it's time to wake up. The truth is, no one cares about you the way you think they do. And trust me, that's the best thing you could ever realize. Now, I know this sounds harsh at first, but stick with me because I'm going to show you how this truth is actually a superpower. We'll dive into 5 crucial actions you can take to use this revelation to your advantage. And trust me, the final tip is going to break the chains society has placed on you from the moment you were born. Let's jump into it. 1. Stop wanting to please others. Let's start here because this is where so many of us get stuck. You have to stop living for the approval of others. Every time you catch yourself wondering, what will they think of me? I want you to do something specific. Make it a ritual, like snapping your fingers or clapping your hands and say out loud, I don't care because no one cares. Sounds kind of funny, right? But trust me, rituals work. They help create a mental checkpoint for breaking old habits. The truth is, you've been conditioned your whole life to care about other people's opinions, whether it's what your friends think, what your parents expect, or what social media says you should be doing. It's like a little voice in your head, always nagging at you. But here's what most people don't realize. That voice, it's just a program, a faulty one. And once you start pushing back against it, your brain is going to double down. You'll get hit with even more doubts and fears because your brain wants to protect its old habits. But here's the game changer. Just because you have a thought doesn't mean you have to accept it. You can let those limiting thoughts float by, just like clouds. Notice them, but don't engage with them. Over time, you'll reprogram your mind, and you'll be the one in control, not your need for external validation. 2. Focus on you do it for you. Here's the second key, and it's a big one. You've got to start living for yourself. Society pushes us to live for others, whether it's for your family, your friends, or even your job. And while it's great to care about the people in your life, here's the harsh truth. No one cares about you the way you think they do. Only you can truly care for you. That's not selfish, that's survival. Take a moment and ask yourself, are you living your life for you? Or are you constantly bending over backward to meet someone else's expectations? If you're always putting others first, you're burning yourself out. The reality is, you can't give from an empty cup. The best way to truly help others, your family, your community, is by becoming the best version of yourself first. Here's a mental trick that works wonders. Start thinking about yourself in the third person. Picture yourself as someone you're responsible for taking care of. It's weird at first, but when you begin to see yourself this way, it becomes easier to prioritize your own needs. Think about future you, 10 years from now, looking back. Would future you be proud of the decisions you're making today? Imagine that person rooting for you, cheering you on. Suddenly, it doesn't feel so selfish to focus on yourself, right? 3. Take more risks. You know what holds us back more than anything? Fear. Fear of what other people think. Fear of failure. Fear of taking a wrong turn in life. We're all stuck in this mental box that we've built based on the expectations of others. But now that you understand no one cares, you've got the perfect excuse to get out of that box. What have you been too afraid to do? Start a new business? Take a sabbatical? Move to a new city? Whatever it is, now's the time to act. The expectations you've been living under are like chains, keeping you from steering your own ship. Once you let go of the need to impress others, those chains break, and you can finally start making decisions based on what you want. Here's the thing, every choice in life carries some risk. And while you may feel uncomfortable at first, those so-called risky decisions are often the most rewarding. Whether it's trying a new career, traveling solo, or just standing up for what you believe in, these are the moments that truly shape your life. So take the leap. You're not here to follow the expected path, you're here to chart your own. 4. Develop authentic relationships. Now that you've freed yourself from caring what others think, you'll find that your relationships will change for the better. You're no longer trying to impress people or live up to their standards, and that means you can start building relationships based on mutual respect and honesty. When you understand that no one cares, you stop putting unrealistic expectations on others. Instead, you begin to appreciate the people who genuinely add value to your life. Be intentional about who you spend time with. Life's too short to waste energy on people who don't lift you up. This might mean cutting ties with some people, but it will also open the door for deeper, more meaningful connections. And here's the beautiful part. When you surround yourself with people who've also realized no one cares, you create a safe space for authenticity. You can focus on what really matters without the shallow expectations. 5. Pay it forward. Once you've unlocked the power of realizing no one cares, it's your responsibility to pass it on. There are people in your life, maybe your kids, your partner, your friends, who are still living under the illusion that they need to seek approval from others. You can be the one to open their eyes. Instead of feeding into the lies society sells us, be the voice of truth. Encourage those around you to live for themselves. Raise children who are independent and confident in who they are, not constantly seeking validation from others. Build a team at work that's focused on impact, not office politics. By spreading this truth, you're not just helping individuals, you're changing the culture around you. This is how we end the cycle and create a generation of people who are truly free to live on their own terms. So that's it. 5 ways to take back your power. And remember, the truth that no one cares is not a burden, it's a gift. It frees you to live authentically, to take risks, and to build relationships that truly matter. And the best part? It's a superpower you can share with others. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to Galileo Key for more deep dives into the strategies that will help you unlock your full potential. Together, we're breaking free from the limits society has placed on us and charting our own paths. And hey, if you want to learn about another superpower that will completely change the way you live, check out this next video right here.